A saucy outing. It's 105.9 The Mount, Nashville's classic rock. You got the Rizzo and Jeff Show. Jeff, a police officer, was having dinner with his mother, Anthony Fiacco.
Oh, Aunt.
Good old Aunt got in a verbal argument with his mama. Turned physical, though, when he decided to take the spaghetti, start hitting her with it. According to the police report, the spaghetti made contact with the victim.
Oh.
Spaghetti sauce in her hair and had lacerations of wilted spaghetti.
Wow.
Against her face and body.
Spaghetti lacerations?
Spaghetti lacerations. 41-year-old Aunt Fiacco said that he used that starchy weapon because he felt back to his corner because his mom was, quote, criticizing his life for not moving out.
Oh, okay. So he's... well, look, you got to understand, Mama. It's a little tough these days.
It's hard. Things are expensive. Life is not cheap.
That's it. So, look, I'm sure he didn't want to hit you with a little al dente in the mouth there, but, it's not right.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, if you're going to get smacked with pasta, I feel like a little al dente spaghetti's not the worst. I mean, think about a lasagna smack. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's
like you go right in the face, like whoosh, that's like half your face. A lasagna smack.
I know, but you understand that's all right. That's a one-shot deal. When you're coming across, it's like like a whip. When you're being hit with a spaghetti, like a rigatoni's not going to get you too much. You don't need to worry about that.
A Ditalini's too small. Angel hair.
Right. None of that. The angel hair's not enough.
Yeah.
When you go full-on hefty spaghetti in the face.
To your mama.
Which you never put your hands on Mom.
No. Well, and then it's like, what is going on? These people, these adults, they have no respect. So then I'm going to take you over to Dr. Prashad's house.
Right, take a drive.
Let's take a drive. We're leaving Aunt's house. We're heading to Dr. Prashad.
What's going on at the good old Doc's house?
Now, Doc Prashad began her Saturday evening like anything else, but she and her husband were quelling Taco Bell or McDonald's for their birthday. Now, she's a doctor. I feel like she could afford a little bit more, but hey, what can you say?
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
Right, sometimes you just play it cool.
A squabble ensued. Dr. Prasad was so upset, befuddled that her husband wouldn't just compromise for the doctor's birthday, that she, quote, beat him mercilessly and struck him several times upon the right side of the face. A patrolman was called by the neighbors because of the loud burrito beating, and the burrito's still on the victim's face.
Wow.
This was a taco burrito mishap, and unfortunately, Dr. Prasad arrested. And, now here's the thing. Mr. Prasad, not injured by the Taco Bell menu item, however, has burn marks in the shape of a double cheesy gordita crunch.
Was it that? Is it that, or is it a beefy 5-layer burrito? It was the beefy 5-layer.
It was the beefy 5.
Because that's got the nacho cheese, it's got the beef, the beans, the sour cream. Like, there's a lot that goes into the beefy 5-layer burrito.
Now, here's the thing. She just purchased a home with her husband, $540,000 just last year.
Yeah.
They grew up in Bangalore. It's a story of we made it. We did it. We lived the American dream. And I'm going and I'm beating my man with a burrito. I'm burrito beating my man.
540. What does that get you these days? A 2-and-1? Around here, yeah.
Well, how about this? Stop spending the money on burritos. Go get yourself buy 2 McDoubles for $3.50.
No, that deal's done, by the way.
Is it done?
Yeah. Sorry to break your heart there. That deal's done. But the taco, look, going out, literally, you could go out to eat for cheaper than you could go to Taco Bell. Okay.
Well, while wholeheartedly embraced the coastal lifestyle, Dr. Prasad said to the judge, I savored the moment in hitting my husband with the culinary offerings. No remorse, Jeff.
Okay. Well,
no respect.
Hey, listen, obviously things were going wrong there, and whatever neighborhood that was in.
That's a rough hood.
We're getting ragout and guacamole. Something's going on.
Stay away from me and Dr. Prashad.
The Rizzo and Jeff Show. One loves Frasier, and the other's still into wrestling. Who's who? Find out more interesting tidbits about them every morning, right here on 105.9 The Mountain.
It is 105.9 The Mountain, Nashville's classic rock. We are talking about board games too vicious to be played at Buckingham Palace because, Jeff, Prince Harry, they're not allowed to play Monopoly.
Yeah, Monopoly is banned from Buckingham Palace because the royals find that it gets too vicious. That's the word, vicious.
Well, so we're thinking of vicious board games. We got John on the phone. John, good morning, my friend.
Good morning. How are y'all?
Good. So what do you think here, huh? Monopoly vicious? What are your thoughts?
I mean, playing Monopoly before, yeah, it can get vicious, I mean, you get to grabbing all the stuff, and then all of a sudden you lose all your money. And
Well, see, like I said, I will remember my brother got Biltmore Avenue one time, and he put like 3 hotels on it. So every time I landed on Biltmore Avenue, I had to give him like $2,000.
yeah, you lose your money, and then you get angry, and or if you're playing with Grandma and she throws the board across the room, it gets vicious sometimes.
Why is your grandma tossing the board across
What's
the room?
What's happening with Grandma?
Grandma just gets crazy about Monopoly. She wants to win,
Wow, I don't blame her. I mean, do you have a crazy grandma that likes Monopoly?
I did have a crazy grandma that liked Monopoly, but she never tossed the board, but you could tell that she wanted to.
You know what?
You can see it in her eyes.
You can see it in her eyes.
When that peach schnapps sets in, you can see it in her eyes.
Definitely.
Let me ask you, of all the board games, do you think that's the most vicious? I mean, like I brought up, Dream Phone. I mean, what do you think about like Trouble, the game Trouble?
Trouble's a good one. I was thinking of Trouble, Sorry, but the one that I could think, Chutes and Ladders.
Really?
You know why? Because you get high up and then you take that stupid slide and it takes you
one slide.
Yep.
That one slide takes you all the way back, and let me tell you, it is very, very frustrating when that happens.
It is.
But when it happens multiple times, that's when you want to throw stuff.
And you know what? I didn't even think about Chutes and Ladders.
No, not at all.
You can get all the way to the top row and you're back down to the bottom. That's an excellent call. That's an excellent point. John, do me a favor. Hang on for just 1 second. You are qualified for those Soaky Mountain tickets. Thanks for calling, my friend.
Hey, thank you, buddy.
We appreciate it. Don't go anywhere. More of the Rizzo and Jeff Show. What board games do you think are vicious? Like, what do you think are the most vicious board games? Some good texts coming in here, Jeff. What was one?
One of them was Mousetrap.
Oh, my God, I hate that game.
I never played Mousetrap. It said too many pieces, too much construction with Mousetrap.
It's a lot of construction. Yeah, it sucks.
The game of Life. As soon as it gets to the fork where it says get a job, they flip it in disgust. That's another one. Yeah, so.
A lot of stuff coming in. 828-240-1059. We'll tell you what the Princes are doing. Cut up after Queen on 105.9 The Mountain, Nashville's classic rock.
Connect with The Mountain. Call us, text us, and if you're really creative, both. The Mountain Talk and Text Line, 828-240-1059. That's 828-240-1059. 105.9 The Mountain.
It is 105.9 The Mountain, Nashville's classic rock. Johnny's on the phone. Johnny, what do you got for vicious board games here, my friend?
Well, Monopoly's pretty good, but one of my good ones is really a card game and stuff. I got 2. One of them is Uno, because I play with sometimes the 9-year-old and 12-year-old and then the kids and the queen. And, man, I put draw 4 on everybody I can hit and skip and draw 2, man. Usually I just go for the jugular when it comes to board games. It don't matter who you are.
You're vicious. The queen and the kids and grandkids too?
Oh yeah, man. I go for the jugular on board games. But my favorite is me and the queen. We play Naked Twister.
Yeah.
I bet you do.
Yeah, do you happen to lose every time and just let her win that one, or?
It's usually a 50-50. So you got to know which color to put your hands on.
Oh okay? Yeah. It's quite the skill. Quite the skill there, John.
Yeah, spin the thing. What a What a tricky game that is, Johnny. Yeah.
Most time you don't even spin. You spin yourself, and it works pretty good.
Yeah. All right. Listen, thanks for the call. If you're just tuning in, we are talking about vicious board games, Jeff, because I guess it's banned for Buckingham Palace, the game Monopoly.
Yeah, they didn't like the kids playing it. Harry and William weren't allowed to play it. They thought the game was a little too vicious, and I never really thought it was, but I guess the more that you think about it, and I guess over there, it seems to be vicious to them, but the more you think about it, it can be. But I always believed that there were many more games that were vicious.
Well, Naked Twister's got to be up there, although that's Johnny's thing.
Right.
How about this? Hungry Hippos.
Hungry Hippos.
That is a game of not only skill that elicits anger, that elicits emotion. That could do damage to relationships. I didn't talk to my cousin Peter for 3 months after a game of Hungry Hippos.
Why? Because you didn't get enough?
I didn't get enough. He cheated.
Okay.
He cheated. He was bigger than me.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I mean, how about, there's a couple that come to mind for me. I mean, there was one. What's that thing you were talking about? It's like it buzzes or whatever. You got to get the silly bug.
Operation.
Oh, my God.
There's nothing more frustrating than the game of Operation.
That is the worst board game.
It's it.
I mean, because you can't get something without the buzz. So you're going to buzz, and if you buzz, then it's just like it's stupid.
You never win. The probability, if you've played it 10 times, is maybe 2 out of 10 that you could win at Operation. Nobody ever wins at Operation. And
True.
If you have chubby digits, forget
chubby
it.
Digits?
You're done. Yeah,
chubby digits are not. You're not a good surgeon if you got chubby digits.
No.
There are two more. This is interesting, and this came in a lot on the text line, 828-240-1059. The game Sorry. The only game that teaches you how to be kind of like rude and arrogant. Oops, sorry. We had a guy call in and say Chutes and Ladders. I like Chutes and Ladders.
Okay, all right. Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jeff.
No. Finish. Chutes and Ladders. You seem to have a real issue with it in some slide you were saying. So
you know what? I'm going to tell you why, Jeff.
I haven't played it so long.
Because when you get to the top, there's one slide that brings you all the way down. All down 10 rows. And finally, I think the worst game, and correct me if I'm wrong, 828-240-1059. Don't Wake Daddy.
What is that? What's Don't Wake Daddy?
You don't remember Don't Wake Daddy?
No, I don't.
There's got to be somebody who remembers Don't Wake Daddy. Don't Wake Daddy is that put the pieces into the clock, make the right selection, but be quick. Don't Wake Daddy. You don't remember that?
I kind of I remember I was too old, I think, at that time in the early 90s.
Yeah, see,
to be playing board games.
Yeah, that's definitely my generation. But I have the commercial here. It's terrible.
You wanna get a snack, but you can't make a peep. Wake Daddy. The game where you've got to sneak into the kitchen for a snack without waking Daddy, land on a noise, and you have to press Daddy's alarm clock. Will he wake up? Wake Daddy.
And if you wake Daddy, then you got to go all the way back. You can't get a snack.
No.
You got to hit his alarm clock. It's the worst game of all time. It makes kids hate each other.
It's got to be a little chunky kid that plays that when you're sneaking for a snack at 11p and you don't want to wake Daddy. Just leave the Dunkaroos be.
The term radio show gets thrown around a lot. We here at 105.9 The Mountain, for legal purposes, must say that radio show could mean whatever just happened, and if we owe you an apology, we're sorry. More Rizzo and Jeff Show next. What Do You Expect is free on 105.9 The Mountain.
It is 105.9 The Mountain, Nashville's classic rock, the Rizzo and Jeff Show.
It's time for opening audio here on the Rizzo and Jeff Show. A fun, funny way to start your day on 105.9 The Mountain.
I thought it would be fun to put together all of the X-Men, Hugh Jackman in the upcoming X-Men movie, and see how they kind of suss out. Just kind of want to get your opinion on it, Jeff, based on the amount of action that will be in there.
Yeah, okay. So you want ratings from me?
Yeah, just ratings. I want you to tell me how you think he's doing wise, right? Because he's getting older. I mean, he's in late 50s.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
So
looks just better than me and you. But,
well, that's very true. Yeah. But, this is making its way around the internet.
Okay. World Wide Web.
I gotta tell you, it's pretty aggressive.
Yeah.
How'd you rate that?
Listen, it's the stages of constipation. I guess feels like a little bit, and at the end, when the Metamucil that you've been working on for 2 weeks finally takes hold,
you're like.
Right. That's it there, and you go, finally, yes.
Finally.
And as you get in there into your 50s and they tell you, here, eat a bran muffin and drink some Folgers to get your day going. Yep.
If he would have done fiber brownies from Walmart, he could have avoided this problem, Jeff.
No, they tell you they're good. They're the things that get lodged in your colon. No.
It's time for opening audio here on the Rizzo and Jeff Show. A fun, funny way to start your day on 105.9 The Mountain.
I'm not averse to tickling. I actually like a good tickle.
Yeah, I don't like it. I hate being tickled.
Well, I don't mind a tickle. It's just who you tickle.
Yeah, and here's the thing. I don't want to be tickled. I have no reason to be tickled. I'm not a child. What are you tickling me for? Do I come across as somebody if you look at me and you go, oh man,
no, you look like somebody who, if he had a gun, would shoot him. If you had a gun next to you and somebody tickled you, you'd shoot him.
I had got the Glock.
You got the Glock.
Right.
That's that. Yeah. But me, you want to come up and give me a little tee-hee? I'm okay with that.
See. You start with a tee-hee, and then it just opens the door for a lot of different things.
What does it open the door for? It's a tee-hee.
It opens the door for anything.
Tickle.
Yeah, it's like you have to...
What's he going to do, jump on top of me?
You got to stop it before it begins, okay? Because you start tickling... And then somebody else will find, they'll go, oh, he enjoys the tickle. And then it's his turn. And then everybody's coming up tickling you. Like, you'll just be standing there in Walmart, and you'll be the only person buying these fiber brownies. And you'll be looking at them going, do I get them this time? And then from behind, somebody comes and gets you on the love handles with a little tickle tap. And you turn around, it's our boss. Okay.
So you're telling me, so what, I can't get a tee-hee? I would love a tee-hee for my boss. You know what that would tell me? That would tell me that he likes me.
No, I don't know. I don't. When anybody tickles you, it's not that they like you. It's that they could take advantage of you.
Well, the Tickle Monster, as he's known on Instagram and Facebook and everything, went up and tried to tickle some comps. They weren't having it.
What's your guys' policy on tickling? Can I tickle you guys? No, I'm the Tickle Monster. Yeah,
I've seen you before, dude.
What do you mean?
I've seen your videos.
You seen me tickle someone before?
Yeah, I do.
What's your guys' policy on that?
You can't touch us.
Okay, listen, just let him tickle.
What in the hell?
What?
Do you become a social media influencer when it comes to you deciding that you're going to tickle people?
His whole life, it's tickles.
And police officers, if you're going to tickle, find a
civilian. A civilian tickle's not as fun.
Say it's tax time. And standing outside of H&R Block or the Liberty thing, and the guy's just out there waving the tax sign.
Okay.
You tickle the tax sign guy. Anybody standing outside of something, a scenario a
guy whose life is in a rut and he's spinning a sign for 5 Fozzies an hour, you tickle him?
Yeah, because you know what? He probably needs it. He probably friggin' needs it, okay? So that's somebody that you tickle. You're out there,
tickle a sign, man.
Right. Nobody likes doing their taxes, so they hate you already, and you're out there.
I would say tickle the accountant.
Well, what do you think that they get paid? I'm going to tell you. Those guys out there spinning, I got to tell you, don't hate, because they probably do pretty well out there, Yeah, I get it. Where are you in your life? Where you're the sign spinner.
And you want them tickled. Yeah. You're calling for sign spinners to be tickled.
You know what? Yes, I am. That's what I'm doing. You got it.
105.9 The Mountain and Rizzo and Jeff hate paying for stuff, don't you? Everything is a subscription this or fee that. Heck, they even have kitchen fees now. Just a friendly reminder that your local neighborhood radio station is always free. We tried to sell the Rizzo and Jeff Show. Nobody bought it, so they're free too. Always local and free. 105.9 The Mountain.
105.9 The Mountain, Nashville's classic rock, the Rizzo and Jeff Show. Jeff, what are your thoughts about black clothing?
Oh, I've adopted it more. The more that my body has become a 43-year-old's body.
Wow.
Where everything, nothing is formed perfectly. So
are you wearing black today?
Yes, it is a darker shirt.
Oh, see, I wore white. Yeah, it is. Right. I see, I wore white today. I feel bad.
Yeah, well, I really don't. If you just went into my closet, you walked into the closet and you just looked around, you would see that there's not a lot of clothes that have a lot of bright colors. Now, the ones that do still have some tags on them. Maybe I'll wear them on the weekend. I don't know if I go and do something. But generally, what I try to do, and what I believe is happening, see, that's the thing. You believe that it's happening when you're a little bit bigger. You believe that the black clothing is hiding.
Well, they say black clothing is slimming.
It's not. There's some point where you just can't wear anything and nothing slims you. Like yesterday, we were talking about Jelly Roll. He was at SummerSlam.
Well, there's some things that you can't hide. He's one of them. I'm sorry.
He was wearing all black clothing, and it trust me, it didn't help.
Listen, I'm a pastel guy. I love pastels.
Oh, what a thing to be known for.
I'm a pastel.
Happy Easter.
I love a good pastel.
Good to know, Peter Cottontail.
I love a good pastel. So when I heard this happen at a school, I got very upset.
They can wear black shorts to go to PE. They can wear it on free dress day, but they just cannot wear it top to bottom. Now, the colors are not so much to prevent or stop mental health issues. You can have the most colorful dress on and still be suffering through depression. Parents that, are upset, they just need to make sure that they go through and read the dress code policy.
So the problem is that here's the issue. We are thinking inside of a box. A lot of times people are afraid to think outside of the box. You implement a pastel-only high school.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Think about it. You have teals, robin's egg blue. Uh-huh. You have pretty in pink. You have mac and cheese. Uh-huh. Think about the colors inside of a Crayola box.
Yeah.
And it's like, obviously black clothing, there is this notion that it connotes sadness, but if you bring out the pastels, everyone is happy. Everyone, pastels make you want to hug. Have you ever been to Easter Mass and then you see everyone in pastels and you just hug?
Yeah.
It's the pastels.
Listen to me, pal, okay? When you're 300 pounds and you're in high school and you're wearing a periwinkle shirt, okay, and lilac shorts, it doesn't work out for the bigs. I'm just telling you, okay?
What, periwinkle doesn't? Yeah. Well, okay, what's the over-under periwinkle on your weight?
Listen.
What's the heaviest you could be wearing periwinkle?
And you're rolling around, all right? You're 225, okay? You're in high school.
All right.
You're not on the football team, right? You're not athletic enough.
You're not, no.
And you're wearing, a baby blue shirt. Then you're getting baby beluga. You're going to get all kinds of things, okay? Let the bigs, if there's got to be a weight limit on the clothing colors, okay? All right.
So what's your weight limit? So pastels, what?
In high school, it's got to be 180 and up, okay?
180 and up, they wear pastels, or they can only wear
180 up. They're allowed to wear black clothes. Other than that, forget it. All right, 180 and up. Nothing on a color palette.
I stayed with periwinkle. Okay.
No sleep till the Rizzo and Jeff Show. One is older and wiser. The other's life fell to pieces, and his fiance is out of glue. Yeah, you get what you get. Here's to hoping we made the right decision. Weekdays, 6 to 10 a.m. on 105.9 The Mountain.
It is 105.9 The Mountain, Nashville's classic rock, the Rizzo and Jeff Show, 641. Has anyone ever had a package stolen from them from be it Amazon, UPS, whatever the case may be.
You know what's so funny? You have had this issue happen more than on one occasion in different places that we've lived.
Yeah, I don't get it.
And I have never had a problem.
Really?
Never, not one time. No, and I get stuff all the time where I'm at now. It's left. Nobody touches it. No problem.
And I live in a beautiful community. But look, 828-240-1059. We have tickets to Soaky Mountain. You can shoot us a text, write us a message on Facebook, give us a call if you feel so inclined. But I'm a bald man, and I have no package.
Yeah.
And this is what happened. When you're a bald, there is a very, very expensive product. It's called Tend Skin, TENDSKIN. It comes with in a blue bottle. 8 ounces of it's $30. I get the 24-ounce boy on a deal for $79.99.
All right, and what does it do?
So look at my head, right? I shaved yesterday.
Right.
See how it's like real soft and stuff? It stops the hair growth, and it makes your head like shine but also glisten. So this is a very expensive product. So my head glistens, and I ran out of glistening goop yesterday.
Do you really want a glistening head?
Yes, I do.
Why?
Because I look good. Tell me I don't look good.
I don't want my head to glisten.
Okay, you have hair.
Okay.
So why would you?
I don't want to glisten.
So you say that, but if you didn't have hair, you'd want it to glisten.
All right.
So therefore, I'm not able to glisten because I used the last of my Tend Skin, and I was anticipating said delivery, and I get a package delivered, and there's a picture of it at my door. I go outside, bam, gone. So now, bald, no package, and guess what? I'm gonna have an ashy, an ashy head growing it. It's gonna look bad because Tend Skin also stops your hair from growing.
Okay, I didn't know. Stopping the hair from growing makes a lot of sense. Man, bald's got to go through a lot.
It's terrible. It burns too. It's like 91% alcohol.
You can't just baby oil for now and glisten?
You can't. No. You can't baby oil.
Why?
To glisten. You can't baby oil to glisten because when you glisten with baby oil, the hair grows back funky, then it grows back chunky, then it grows back. It's like then when you shave, you have clumps. You have to Tend Skin. It's got to glisten a very specific way.
Yeah, no, you're really close to the brain there when you're putting all that kind of stuff on your noggin.
Well,
you know what I mean?
At least, look, I don't feel alone because this has actually been happening to a lot of people.
Right.
This is kind of where this started. I saw this and I was like, I relate to this.
A man has been arrested for stealing packages while dressed as an Amazon employee. The Washington County Sheriff's Office tells us 46-year-old Jamie Lee Baxter was arrested this morning after neighbors in the Rock Creek area contacted them about someone stealing packages from porches. Investigators tell us he also used spray paint stolen from an apartment's back porch to vandalize a car.
So this guy's gone out there vandalizing. He's doing all kinds of stuff. But what he doesn't realize is that whoever stole my package, you're not a bald.
This guy's dressing up as an Amazon driver. That's how he's fooling people and getting around it.
But
right?
the problem is that, so let's say, you don't know what's in a package, right? So you take a gamble.
Right.
You open this, unless you're a bald, what are you going to do with $80 Tend Skin? You're going to burn your skin. It hurts, okay? It makes your hair not grow, okay? So being a bald without this Tend Skin has really hurt me. And to know that this is going on throughout the state of North Carolina, I'm looking at this guy. He's dressing up as an Amazon guy. I'm wondering, was the guy who delivered my quote-unquote package, was he really, or did he just wait for the Amazon guy to come and then go around and Scooby-Doo my package? And then my Tend Skin's in the trash because who's using bald guy Tend Skin?
You know what? Why can't we just have polite porch pirates? Okay?
That's what it is.
So
leave me a note.
Listen, all your porch pirates
That's
out
it.
there. If you take it and you open it up,
that's it.
And it's nothing that you could really, really use, like whatever his weird bald stuff.
It's not weird bald stuff.
If you can't use it, okay, with him and whatever he's doing over there with body dysmorphia. If you just return it to the guy. Now look at him. He's
I'm a mess.
Everybody's tight on money. He's not glistening.
I'm not glistening. My head's not glistening.
We have things we have to do this week. I'm sure he was plotting for a glistening adventure.
Listen, we're
meeting with people.
We're meeting with people today. I'm going to go see my buddy at Vapor World later. Yeah. I'm not going to be glistening at Vapor World. Yes. So now he's going to say I don't want anything to do with the Rizzo and Jeff Show because there's no glistening bald man.
Yep.
I'm a glistening bald man.
This deal is dead on arrival. Thanks
DOA.
a lot. Thanks a lot, Porch Pirate.
All right.
Let the man glisten.
Let me glisten.
More Rizzo and Jeff coming up after a quick break on Asheville's classic rock station, 105.9 The Mountain.
You like games? It's 105.9 The Mountain, Asheville's classic rock. The Rizzo and Jeff Show. It is 6:55. Jeff, if you like games, you're going to love this next one. We don't get to play them often, but when we do, it's a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah. Isn't that the whole thing with games? They're supposed to be fun. I don't know. What do you?
Well, listen, we got tickets.
You play a lot of sad games.
Listen, I do. I play sad games.
Yeah.
Especially when I'm not glistening. We're going to be playing a game called Would You Rather, and these are for and again, you give us a call, text, Facebook message. You're qualified for those Silky Mountain tickets, but you have a woman who sang her way down the aisle, and you have legitimately a man who's been coined the worst rapper in the world.
Wow.
And our question is very simple. Would you rather hang out with a lady who sings her way down the aisle like a wannabe American Idol? Or would you rather be the husband or wife of the wannabe rapper?
Okay. All right.
It's very simple.
All right. I think it's easy.
It's easy. That game's coming your way, all right, in about 8 minutes, all right?
That game. Score you some Silky Mountain Water Park tickets, a 4-pack, just by hopping in on this game. It's better than a sad game. A fun game. Sad game.
I didn't know they had sad games.
I mean, what are you going to play? Make you cry? Hey, Chunky.
They call me fat.
Right.
Coming up in about 7 minutes, it's the Rizzo and Jeff Show. Don't go anywhere, guys. It's game time, Jeff. 105.9 The Mountain, Asheville's classic rock. This is the Rizzo and Jeff Show. Time for a game.
Folks, Rizzo has been so pumped about this game since around, 5:37 this morning. And he really believes that he has one in the pipe for everybody listening. And
I do.
And I'll ride with him, once in a while. It's like when, your kid tells you, hey, Mom and Dad, I want to be president. And you tell him, sure, son. Keep at it, all right? And so, it's never going to happen, but you just go, okay.
Listen, I promise you, people will call because A, we got tickets to Silky Mountain, okay, and B, all right, say what you want.
You're going to bribe them with Silky Mountain?
No, listen, I only want you to call. Because we're going to give Silky Mountain tickets out to people who call, text. I mean, it's just I feel like if you would like to be part of this game, it's called Would You Rather. So, would you rather be with this woman, okay, right here, the Idol wannabe wedding, okay, or would you rather be with, oh my goodness.
Well, it's Johnny. Go ahead.
So would you want me to get to Johnny?
Yeah,
because Johnny better not poo-poo this game. Yeah. Johnny, hello?
Yo, what's going on, boys? You ready to play that game?
Yes,
we are.
We're ready to play the game. Do you want to play the game, Johnny?
Yeah, man. Let's go.
Okay. All right. So hold on. Let me make sure that you'll be able. Okay, there we go. All right, here we go. So Johnny, here it is. You have to tell me if you would rather hang out or be with this woman, the American Idol wannabe, as she sings her way down the aisle.
Yeah.
Or be with a wannabe rapper. Now you got to listen to their performances. Okay.
All right,
here we go. So, No.
Now, that was a woman. She was getting married. She was coming down the aisle, and while her husband was up there, she was singing that as, she walked in.
Correct.
So it's like, all right, is she going to sing like this for the rest of my life? She comes out of the shower. She's singing that song. She's in the bathroom. She's singing that song. Can you deal with a singing woman your whole life?
No.
All right?
Okay.
Your second option is this man.
Girl, you was fine, and you with the dime. But please don't whine and complain, cause it really wastes my time. And you know money is time, and I don't wanna waste no money or time. I wanna get to the bag and provide. Take care of my fam, go reach my goals, cause I want you. You know I want you, girl.
All right, marry her or hang with him. Which one do you want to do, John?
Marry her or hang with him?
Okay, well, you just said it. I would marry her and let her sing to me some sweet nothings all the time, and then I'd probably hang myself if I had to listen to the other dude.
Johnny, you wouldn't even give him a chance. He's trying. Okay, he's been dubbed He has been dubbed the world's worst rapper, and I feel like it's without merit. He's trying.
Oh yeah, he's trying too hard, man. I just go ahead and just get it over with. I just
take him in the woodshed.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's it, man. It'd be bad. Okay, but yeah, no, I got to go with the lady. Okay, always with the lady. Yep, she's pretty awesome, actually.
All right. Listen, I got Highway to Hell coming up around 7:30. Okay.
That sounds like he needs to start rapping Highway to Hell or something.
Yeah. Okay? Listen.
I appreciate it, Johnny.
We give up on people so quickly.
I love you, brother. Thanks for. See, you've done it. You've poo-pooed the game. Nobody's interested in playing. Nobody cares because you came and you made it stink. All right, you made it.
See, the only thing for me. You
didn't even give it a chance. You didn't even let me do it the way I wanted. You just wouldn't let it happen.
Listen, could you be with a woman that just wants to sing everything? If she's singing coming down the aisle, everything's going to be song.
Fine.
Everything.
Well, okay, but you know what, though? I'd rather have this.
So glad we made it. Look how far we've come, my baby.
You're going to be stuck watching Glee reruns.
Fine, but I'd rather that than this.
And I don't want to waste no money or time. I want to get to the bag and provide. Take care of my fam, go reach my goals, cause I want you. You know I want you.
Listen, I don't think
I'm hanging with that guy.
I got to tell you, I think he's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I got to be honest, and thank you for poo-pooing my game.
No, I didn't do it. It was dead on arrival.
Was it that bad?
Yeah,
it was bad?
Pretty awful.
All right, we'll try again later.
No.
It's the radio. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Yes, you. Wouldn't it suck if you had to pay for me? Well, I'll let you in on a little secret. All this great music and the laughs, or tears, depending on where you land, on the Rizzo and Jeff Show, we'll never charge you to listen. We pay for enough stuff. We just want you to laugh and keep rocking. The Rizzo and Jeff Show on 105.9 The Mountain.
Jeff, I told you somebody would want to play the game, and thank you. Stop poo-pooing. We got Donna on the phone. Now, Jeff, Donna has very strong opinion. She said she didn't tell us what, but she has a strong opinion about would she rather be with this rapper or she would rather be with this idol wedding wannabe.
Yeah, a bride that sings coming down the aisle. That's bizarre. Never seen that before. Or, like you said, deemed the worst rapper in the world. Which would you rather? Okay?
Wow. All right, Donna, you're up to play the game. Donna, good morning. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Doing great, Donna. So what do you think here about the singing wife or the rapping guy? What do you think here?
Well, I am not gay, but I would turn gay if I had to send it here to the rapper.
Would you?
I picked the lady.
So you're going to go full-on lesbian, full-blown lesbian because of the rapper guy?
He was
exactly.
He was that bad to you?
He was that bad to me.
Really? See, now, again, he has been dubbed the world's worst rapper, and I get that he needs a little bit of work, but he's also a nice man.
Girl, you was fine, and you with the dime. but please don't whine and complain, cause it really wastes my time. And you know money is time, and I don't wanna waste no money or time. I wanna get to the bag and provide. Take care of my fam, go reach my goals, cause I want you. You know I want you, girl.
No, I would turn lesbian first.
Jeez, that's a bold claim, Maradona.
That's a real bold claim.
Yeah.
All right, you know what? I'll tell you what. I appreciate for your honesty. Hang on for 1 second. You are our very first qualifier for the Soaky Mountain Water Park tickets, Jeff. How about that? Turning lesbian.
Wow.
Because of this guy.
Wow, you hear the rapper, and that's it. You go Katie Lang on us. That's something.
It is 105.9 The Mountain, Nashville's classic rock. You got the Rizzo and Jeff shows. We got Dave on the phone. J&N coming your way first, but Dave, you wanted to weigh in on this conversation here. Dave, what do you got, buddy?
Well, the key words there, I think, are marry or hang out.
What?
And go ahead.
No, it was would you rather. So it could be marry or hang out, but I guess it's just would you rather be with. It doesn't. It could be with a wannabe rapper, or would you rather be with a woman who sings all the time, kind of, Well,
I think if that woman sings all the time, eventually you're going to have to roll her up in carpet and chunk her over the hill, because that would get annoying.
So glad we made it. Look how far we've come, my baby.
At least with this dude, you can go home and leave.
Right, that's exactly. That's what I was saying earlier, Dave.
All right, so you would roll her up in a carpet and throw her off a cliff, whereas the other lady would become a lesbian.
The other lady's going to just go full-on Ellen DeGeneres here.
Well, that's her prerogative, but, I'm not going to hang out with somebody that sings to me every dang word.
Right. Wouldn't that be annoying, Dave?
Sir?
It would be annoying, right?
Oh, it'd be so annoying you'd have to roll her up in carpet and chunk her off the hill.
It's time for the JNN, the Jeff News Network, with all the news, important information, and local things that you want to know. It won't be here, but hey, they try, so here's the JNN on 105.9 The Mountain now.
What a vicious group of people,
Wow.
my goodness, throwing people off a cliff.
Wow.
The JNN brought to you by good friends at Train Heating and Cooling Systems. They are tested, retested, engineered, and re-engineered to keep up with you. Again, visit traininfo.com to find your local independent train dealer. That is traininfo.com, because it's hard to stop a train.
So, Team USA finally took the lead in gold medals yesterday, snagging 2 in track and field, 1 in women's wrestling, which is interesting, right?
Yeah.
Coming into today, the U.S. now leads 24 golds to China with 22. All right. We also grabbed a silver in women's hammer throw. All these that the women are doing, I could never, ever do. A hammer throw. Think about that. Wrestling, they beat me in wrestling. They beat me in hammer throwing. A bronze in men's boxing and 2 more bronze medals in track and field. So, taking the lead, and Gabby Thomas won the gold in the 200-meter race, and she did it without question. And so, a lot of golds coming our way yesterday.
But you're forgetting, we've moved back to trumpets.
Yeah.
And here is the thrilling come-from-behind win in the 1,500-meter race. I don't know why we have to do it. They are juiced, but again, they're back to trumpets, Jeff.
Cole Hawker. That's quite a last name. A lot of things could go with that.
Hawker?
Could be a rough go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Growing up, I could come up with a million things in my head at the moment,
Yeah,
and you're kind of screwed.
Yeah.
That's one of those last names where you go, ouch.
You got to be an Olympian to survive it, you know?
The most trusted source for useless information.
Who is your source? I need to know your source.
The JNN, Jeff News Network. is on 105.9 The Mountain now.
All right, so you've seen a lot of Snoop Dogg all over the Olympics,
my God,
okay?
I know.
And you're like, what is going on here with Snoop? That's fine. Now, everybody's all right with Snoop. He's one of those guys nobody, really is too much bothered by. But to find out how much he is making per day, this is per day, as NBC's Special Olympics correspondent, $500,000 a day he is making to do that. And not only that, and this is just talking about just being a commentator, mixing it with the athletes, popping up everywhere in Paris. So, like, he dressed as a rider at the equestrian. He got to run with the Olympic torch. He got a swimming lesson from Michael Phelps. Not only that, he was also getting all of his travel and all of the expenses that would go along with being there paid for as well. So $500,000, pretty good get there. So what is that?
That's $15 million for the month.
Yeah,
for Snoop-a-loop.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah. Man, oh man, just to sit there in a pool with Michael Phelps.
What do you think? What do you think Martha would get?
I don't know what Martha would get. I was just watching.
Martha's double.
Yeah, I was just...
Martha's $1 million a day.
I was just watching her yesterday on Chopped. So.
From Asheville to, well, that's pretty much all they can handle right now. It's time for the least trusted news network in town. But they are new. The Jeff News Network is on 105.9 The Mountain now.
All right, this, I don't know how much you love, go to the dentist. It is what it is, right? But... there's something brand new, and this is backed by Zuckerberg and his daddy, okay? Would you let a robot dentist work on your teeth?
Well, if it was... no, I wouldn't, but again, if it's backed by Zuck Daddy, maybe.
All right, an AI company, here we go, even with this, just did the first fully automated dental procedure that used a AI-powered robotic arm to shave down a guy's tooth for a crown. So they're hoping to roll them out to the dental offices within 5 years. Now, now we're even coming up with ways to get rid and not have dentists anymore. So it works by 3D mapping the inside of your mouth. Then it clamps onto your jaw, and a drill moves in circles to grind your tooth and do, all kinds of different dental work and things like that. So the company that's behind this recently raised $30 million in funding. And like I said, one of the investors was Edward Zuckerberg.
Well,
you know, Mark's dad.
I feel bad if you're a dentist, but the one thing that gives me comfort at night is knowing every day that there will always be a job for us right here in radio.
Yeah, keep thinking that. Listen, I don't want a robot. I don't want a robot on my teeth. Just give me Doc Smiley and call it a day. All right, please.
A new study says you turn on the radio for the personalities you love. Look, even if it's not the case for Rizzo and Jeff, we're trying. Our reminder to you is they will always be free. So will their podcast, and so we can't really expect too much. 105.9 The Mountain, always local, always free.
It is 105.9 The Mountain, Asheville's classic rock, the Rizzo and Jeff Show. I want you to think about who would wear this.
It's surprisingly captivating, mysteriously alluring. The enchanting aroma of hot and handmade pretzels dripping with butter. It tantalizes every sense, and then some. Need by Auntie Anne's. Surrender to the smell.
Okay, just so you're clear, that is a cologne or Eau de Parfum, or however you pronounce it, put out by Auntie Anne's called Need, K-N-E-E-D, okay? And it's the thrilling aroma of butter, pretzels, and dough, okay? So think about this.
Surprisingly captivating, mysteriously alluring. The enchanting aroma of hot and handmade pretzels dripping with butter. It tantalizes every sense, and then some. Need by Auntie Anne's. Surrender to the smell.
828-240-1059. Who do you think smells like Auntie Anne's pretzels?
So who smells like dough, butter, and salt?
I'll give you an example. Okay. What comes to mind for me, I think Drew Carey.
Oh, you think Drew Carey smells like dough? Okay.
So he would wear Need by
Okay.
Annie Ann's.
All right.
Right?
Yeah.
We got tickets to Soaky Mountain Water Park. I mean, is there anybody who sticks out to you that would smell like Need?
Mickey Rourke. Okay.
Mickey Rourke.
You take a look at Mickey
The
Rourke.
wrestler?
No.
The guy who played the movie, The Wrestler?
You take a look
He got
at
in
Mickey
great
Rourke.
shape. Look at his
I don't
body.
care. Okay, you look at him. That's a salty man.
That's a doughy, salty man?
Have you seen his skin lately? It looks like it's stretched out dough.
Okay, you know what? I mean, I'd buy Bruce Valanche, but he did The Wrestler, man.
I get it, but not everybody that possibly smells like dough, can't wear a belt. I mean, it's there's other people that possibly smell like dough and butter.
So you're telling me that you think there are in shape people that smell like dough and butter?
I'll give you one.
Okay,
And you can smell them from here. This is a dough butter salty.
A dough butter salty.
Harvey Weinstein. Right?
I think maybe more of a chloroformy smell, but
All right. You ever see the guy from that dating show? No Neck Ed. No Neck Ed from like the dating show. No. Oh, you'll have to Google him, but people know him.
No Neck Ed.
Yeah.
You know what? What about Al Bundy?
Okay.
Okay, Al Bundy, right? Doesn't he look like he smells like shoes and pretzels? He works at a mall.
Okay. Yeah.
Right?
All right. Okay.
828-240-1059. A new perfume/cologne came out, and it's this.
It's surprisingly captivating, mysteriously alluring. The enchanting aroma of hot and handmade pretzels dripping with butter. It tantalizes every sense, and then some. Need by Auntie Anne's. Surrender to the smell.
He's not with us anymore. But Larry King totally smells
my
like
God.
Right? Yeah,
Larry King, there you go.
Yeah, I'm talking to you. Did you think that was funny? Yeah, we're kind of 50-50 on it, but it's still good for these guys. And the show is free, so what did you expect? More of the Rizzo and Jeff Show next.
The Rizzo and Jeff Show. What is your go-to? It's gone viral. Poverty meal. What do we mean by that? You're tight on money, and you got to make it to payday. And for some reason, looking at the 105.9 The Mountain Facebook and on what everyone's saying, a lot of people are eating lentils.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is a lentil a poverty food? I was thinking like Vienna sausages. You know what I mean?
Right. Okay. I get that. Probably any meat in a can.
Canned meats
would probably help you out. Yeah, I do see the lentils a lot. Of course, there's ramen, of course, or ramen noodles, which could be a go-to.
Ramen. Now they're trying to make ramen all elegant.
I know.
You know what I mean? Like again, you put seasoned oils on it and stuff. They're having these like really high-end restaurants. Somebody said squirrel dumplings. Or rabbit stew. That's from Keith. Keith, what are you doing, Keith?
Well, he's catching his own, and then he's making them on his own. That's what he's doing. So that's smart. All right, let me throw one by you. What about the good old humble potato? Now you can buy a 10-pound bag of russets for like $6. And then you can make anything. You can bake a potato, mash a potato, fry a potato.
That's about
potato cakes, potato salad. You can do a lot of things with a potato. It's very versatile, Rizzo, very.
I mean, we're looking at the best. We're talking about the best broke meals, and Maria Lynn, she is quite the broke meal chef. We were actually really impressed with her. So shout out to Maria. But let me throw you a couple. How about this? My mama's poor man's casserole. Okay, you do a casserole dish, thinly sliced potatoes, onions. Cooked with cheap ground beef, 2 to 3 layers, mix cream of mushroom soup, a cup of water, and then pour it over casserole. Cover it with aluminum foil and bake and serve.
Wow.
What is that?
I don't know, but it sounds cheap. But your life has come to reading recipes on the radio now, it seems, Well,
I'm a little confused as to what's like saffron rice casserole. Why are we casserole? I feel like this was misunderstood.
See, here's the problem with Rizzo. Rizzo is not a leftover guy, right? So he doesn't like to eat
I don't do leftovers.
Right, but you make You make a casserole, Captain, all right? You make a casserole. You're 2-3 days on that casserole. You could stretch that puppy out for a while.
I don't eat leftovers.
Yeah, I mean,
there's no point of having. I can't do the leftover. I'm sorry, I can't. I appreciate it. Like peanut butter sandwich. Like okay.
Well, you can do a lot of things.
You do a lot of things
with the incredible edible egg. You could do a bunch of different things.
No, you can't.
Yes, you can.
No, what are you going to do? Fry it?
Oh, there's many things. You make sandwich with the egg. Yeah, you got to get creative.
Here's the thing. It's interesting you brought up the egg because, I want to talk about this later, but apparently school lunches, like what's going up with school lunches, people are bringing hard-boiled eggs to school. You brought a hard-boiled egg to school when we were growing up. You got beat up.
Well,
you know what I mean? They stink.
By the time you got to lunch, fifth period, that smelled pretty bad. Yeah, anything you bean, anything you rice, anything like that is where you head with it for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give you, mac and cheese with hamburger. Isn't that hamburger helper?
That's basically hamburger helper.
Isn't that hamburger helper?
Yeah, but you probably get the mac and cheese, a lot cheaper. And then with the hamburger,
all you got to do is buy the box of hamburger helper.
I don't know what they go for these days.
They can't be that much money, man. It's hamburger helper.
I have some in the cabinet.
Are we talking about the little glove guy?
Yeah,
he's like
stroganoff.
He's $2.
Like stroganoff. They got the Philly cheesesteak one. You can do a lot of things there.
Wanda Potts says a tomato and mayo sandwich. Tomato and mayonnaise.
That's like an Italian thing. That's a big Italian thing.
No, what's that called? Baby Hands eat something like that. It's like a tomato salad. What's that called? It's the tomato salad. It's like
probably called a tomato salad.
No, it's like a specialty salad. It's like tomato with like drizzled, goop.
Drizzled goop.
It's got like goop on it.
Oh.
It's like it's goopy tomatoes with drizzle stuff on it. You know what I'm talking about?
That sounds good. Tomatoes sliced up with goop.
Trust me, somebody knows what I'm talking about.
All right. Well, and somebody said the big can of Chef Boyardee ravioli right now on sale at Ingles for $2.50.
You can't Chef Boyardee.
Yes, you can.
You
oh my
cannot
God, yes,
Chef
you can.
Boyardee.
I was at a tough time in my life where I did that. I did that.
You Chef Boyd?
I did. Yeah.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
Well, I was spending the rest of the money on vodka, so I.
It is 105.9 The Mount Asheville's Classic Rock. Rizzo and Jeff Show on your radio. Kimberly on the phone here. Kimberly, good morning. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing okay. A little confused here, but what do you got for us here?
That tomato goopy stuff is called caprese salad.
Thank you. And by the way, that's not a poor thing. It's like $77.
Yeah, exactly. The goopy stuff is balsamic glaze, and then it always has fresh basil.
Okay, so let me ask you, what about slicing tomatoes, putting some dressing on it, and putting basil makes it a salad that's worth $18?
It's refreshing.
It is refreshing, but it is expensive.
Right? I mean, what is it? I mean, there's no lettuce in it, right? I think she just literally eats
cheese
it with
tomato,
tomatoes.
maybe some onions. Right? Yeah.
Right.
Well, and usually there's a slab of mozzarella.
A slab of mozzarella.
Slab of mozz.
Fresh or like the cheese that you sprinkle?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, I don't know. I don't know these things. This is above my pay grade. All right. So caprese, that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a go-to poor food while you're here, real quick, or
Excuse me?
Do you have a go-to poor person food while you're at it, or you just wanted to help with the caprese?
I wanted to help with the caprese, but I do like casseroles because you can eat on them for days. So if you're not a leftover person, then it's not your thing, but it is my thing.
I appreciate that. I can't do the leftovers. I cannot do the leftovers. I don't understand why people do them because again, you're reheating something.
Not everybody can afford. We don't all have your riches.
Okay.
We can't.
I don't have riches.
We can't afford sometimes to just cook something brand new every night. Okay.
It's not about brand new. Why don't you cook something a smaller portion so you have just one portion? You don't need 16 portions. Why are you cooking a ham and eating it for 9 days? There's no point in eating leftovers.
Because people are busy. They can't just cook every night, okay? Sorry.
Okay. Well, you know what? I don't believe in leftovers.
We don't have,
I don't believe in them.
We get rich people like you just have all this free time in the course of a day where you could just cook. You're over there. All right. You're just dialing up there, Rachel Ray, double R. You're hooking things up. You got it.
I look
free
a little
time.
more like Contessa than Rachel Ray.
Yeah,
but,
yeah. Well, I didn't want to say it.
Okay, they are windbags, so it's time for another inhaler break. We told you, they were fluffy. More of the Rizzo and Jeff Show is next on 105.9 The Mountain.
It is 105.9 The Mountain, Asheville's classic rock, the Rizzo and Jeff Show. We have talked about the pressure pad. We've talked about tipping, kitchen fees, but I think this tops them all. Let me ask you, let's say you went to a nail salon. If you're a woman, let's say you went to a barber shop. If you're a gentleman, and there was a, quote, minimum 75% tip. There is a video going viral.
Whoa.
There's a video going viral of a woman who went to a nail salon, and they suggested, rather forcibly, a 75% tip for her, quote, beautification process. It was detailed in the gratuity, 20% for this, 15% for this, 20% for this, and this lady lost it. So it turns out to have been an extra $21. She just paid it and left. She got her eyebrows waxed and her nails painted, and she ended up tipping 75%. Would you have paid it? No. I would have gotten up and walked out.
Friggin' way.
I would have walked out.
Getting that?
I would have rather have been arrested.
Listen,
I would rather have walked out and had the cops called on me and been arrested.
I will take it to court. Correct.
Me too.
Yeah, we're
going to court tomorrow.
I know. We're gonna tip ourselves out of business here, folks. Okay, let me tell you something. If I rolled to a barber and they said 75% tip, and then I don't care how they break it down. You know what I would tell them?
Yeah.
Last time you're going to see me, I'm going on Amazon. I'm purchasing a flow beat. Okay? And I'm going to cut my hair with a vacuum cleaner because it's the last time that I'm going to tip.
I'm going to get a ball.
Right. The 75%.
Around.
Correct. Right. It'll be the last time I tip 75%. Are you kidding me?
Listen. I'm serious.
I'll go to barber school and learn how to cut my own hair.
Listen, 828-240-1059. I have this woman's audio next, okay? Would you... I know that you wouldn't even do the tip. Would you get up and walk out? Would you rather be arrested?
Listen.
I would rather be arrested for walking out on services.
Let me tell you.
They need to put that on the door.
I would never cut and dash, but let me tell you something.
I'm with you there.
If they said 75% tip.
75%.
All right, and they say, we're going to call the cops, and they're going to look at me and go, man, that guy's Forrest Gump. As fast as I'm going to be running down that road, I am gone down Lesser Highway. Up that hill.
You're gumping?
Up the hill, down the hill.
Cross America?
You're
gumping?
It doesn't matter. You can't catch me. Catch me if you can. I'm out of there.
The Rizzo and Jeff Show. Big trigger warning here. I didn't give you the full side of the story. Yes, 75% was a suggested tip. I want to know what you would do in this situation. 828-240-1059. We have tickets to a 4-pack of tickets to Soaky Mountain. If you were this woman or this man, let's say you went to a barbershop and this happened, what would you do?
I went to get my eyebrows done today, and you know how when you either use Apple Pay or insert your card on the little machine behind me, the tipping screen pops up. And typically it suggests 15%, 20%, 25%, or custom. Nope, not this lady. 75%, 85%, 100%? Is she okay?
Hold on for 1 second. Just to clarify.
75%, 85%, 100%?
Those are your tipping options.
Wow.
You have to pick 75%, 85%,
right.
or 100%.
And there's no option to custom.
Now,
so what do you do in that situation? You got to go 75.
No. I literally pull the card out and I risk the arrest. I'm serious. Would you not risk the arrest? I mean, at that point?
All right, so getting your eyebrows done, what could it be? If you get them threaded, I mean, what are we talking? $25?
So let's say it's 25. I don't know, $25 to get it done. All right.
I'm just throwing out a number.
All right, so let's do this. So at 70,
75%, 85%. 100%?
100% would be 25. 75 would be something like 18.
Whatever.
And then like $21.
Most of it is right. It's more.
It's more
than half.
More than half. It's a whole thing. 105.9 The Mountain. Hello.
It's ridiculous. I would pull my card and tell her I'm going to go get you some cash.
Okay, so let me ask you something. So now, because she didn't accept cash, this was the whole thing. Would you, at that point, say, guess what? Would you risk the arrest?
I would walk. I'd say you can't. Cash says right on it, legal tender for all transactions.
Yep.
That's correct.
I will. 75, 85, or 100%? I mean, what is that?
Imagine if that's at like a restaurant or something, and you're like just totally trapped there. Like what is like?
And if you don't pay it, Louis comes out from the back and breaks your leg.
That's right. You get the slugger.
You get the Louisville Slugger, right? But you know what? It's and we live in an area where it's a lot of business. There's tipping, there's bars, there's breweries. I'm fine with that. People survive on tips, but we are getting a little outrageous, right?
Yeah.
Like, don't you think that's a little outrageous?
It is insane. That is not a tip. That's forced more money. I believe that's highly illegal in all 50 states.
Well, it's funny.
Maybe Vegas.
Now, right. It's funny because she did report it, and they said she can charge whatever she wants on her tipping pad, but they say that you can decline it, although on this pad, there was no option to decline it.
I would not pay and wait for somebody to come out and be like, so you're going to take cash, you're going to take nothing.
Yeah, right. Or a slugger. I'm with you. I appreciate it. Hang on for just 1 second. We appreciate your call. I don't know. What would you do? 828-240-1059. I got to tell you, I'm with them. I'll take the slug.
Yeah. Hang on 1 second. I'm the one with the slugger. It's in my trunk. Hang on.
We get it. We're new. So it's time for you to sound off on the Rizzo and Jeff Show. Let us have it. What do you want to say to us? What do we need to know? Call now. 240-1059. Coming up on 105.9 The Mountain.
105.9 The Mountain, Nashville's classic rock. You got the Rizzo and Jeff Show. J&N coming your way in just a few minutes. Also, listen, I got to be honest with you, man. There is this sock craze that's going on here, this Gen Z sock thing about these, high socks versus ankle socks. And I got to be honest with you. A sock is a sock. It's a sock.
Well, it's not every sock is a sock.
A sock's a sock, Jeff.
It's
a
depends.
sock.
It all depends, okay? It all depends.
What is wrong with you? The most popular sock in America is a crew sock, followed by a knee sock.
Wait, does the crew go above the ankle or go a little bit higher?
Crew socks, which extend to the middle of the calf.
Okay.
That's the most popular sock. We wear calf socks.
What's wrong with that? It's okay. Nothing wrong with that. You're me here. You throw on your crew. You slip into your Skechers.
You're a crew guy.
I slip into my Skechers.
Yeah.
I don't
You
have
wear knee highs?
I don't have I haven't gone knee high yet. I feel like I'm not too far off from the knee high sock a little bit.
Like, I'll wear them jokingly, but like, we have a friend, Jimmy, right? Jimmy, he only wears the knee highs because he's a large man.
Yeah.
So he's like, oh, I need my knee highs.
Well, the knee highs for him only go above the ankle.
They only go above the ankle, right? But I would think that, I don't know, ankle socks, no-show socks in the summertime, but by far a 3-to-1 margin, the most popular socks are crew socks. You're telling me that you out there listening pick the crew socks? Halfway up the calf? What socks are you
I'm
wearing?
just a little over the ankle right now with these.
So then
just a little over
theoretically
the
you'd be
ankle.
considered quarter-length socks,
Okay.
which I guess is almost crew. You're getting to old pup-up socks.
Yeah.
You're getting to pup-up socks.
I remember
That's the problem.
I remember it being such a big deal to have the no-shows where nobody saw them, and I think I have a few pairs of those if I wear like
You gave up
dress-
on the no-shows,
Well,
though,
I
didn't
have
you?
I have a few pairs if I wear like dress shoes with shorts so that you don't see them. But if
Why
I'm
are
wearing
the-
my sneakers, like I don't care. You can see a little sock.
Why are the crew socks so? You can't go around wearing shorts with socks that are up to your knees.
Listen,
You're gonna look like you're 90.
Listen.
Why don't you tuck in your undershirt and wear yellow pastel?
Listen.
Man, what are you doing?
Listen, some mornings it's hard to bend over, okay, and put them on. You ever have one of those mornings where you're just sitting there and
I haven't.
and you're trying to bend over?
What do you need to shoehorn a sock on?
You know, the right one goes on easy. The left one takes a little bit of maneuvering and work. All right.
Look.
You ever deal with that?
No, I haven't. Okay.
All right, when you get there, give me a call. Okay.
Listen. 828-240-1059. Could somebody please admit to me that they wear knee-high socks?
Yeah.
If you can prove that you wear knee-high socks.
Mm-hmm. I'll buy you the water park of Soaky Mountain.
I'll buy you Soaky
You'll get
Mountain.
the whole thing.
No sleep till The Rizzo and Jeff Show. One is older and wiser. The other? Now the other's life fell to pieces and his fiance is out of glue. Yeah, you get what you get. Here's to hoping we made the right decision. Weekdays, 6 to 10 a.m. on 10.
It is 105.9 The Mountain, Asheville's classic rock. Got our friend Dave on the phone. Dave, good morning. What do you got, Dave? Thanks for checking in, buddy. Word on the streets of the 828 is that you're wearing some knee highs. Is that right there, Dave?
Okay, I'll let you know I'm wearing knee-high socks right now.
Are you?
Yeah. How's it feel?
I actually like them.
You like them? Okay. So, what made you go with the knee highs? Is that your typical traditional like Dave go-to socks? Is that just work socks? What made you go knee high today?
These are compression socks, but they're a special design. You know, they look pretty cool.
Okay.
What kind of shoes you got those puggies of yours in?
I've got, what do they call them? Orthos.
You got the orthos. Wow.
So you got, okay, Skechers.
Welcome.
Wow.
Yeah.
Skechers orthos, or are they just the ones from the doctor?
They were a special order. I ordered them online.
Okay.
Maybe that's what I need.
See, so you're delivering parts. All right, you got them up knee-high. Now, have you always been a knee-high guy? Is that kind of your thing, or did you make the transition when you went to the orthos?
I made that transition then. Yeah. They feel better if I'm on my feet all the time.
You know what? It makes sense. I mean, because like you said, it keeps the blood flowing. I feel like it keeps the feet nice and comfortable, warm, but also breathable material,
What is the brand of those orthos? Not that I'm going to jot it down or anything.
The shoes, they just call it orthos.
They're just known as the orthos. Okay.
Now, are they Velcro, Dave?
No.
Okay.
See, that's...
They're slit. They look like tennis shoes, but your feet slip right in them.
Wow.
See,
Jeff loves those.
Yeah,
Jeff loves the slip-ons.
I have them. I don't like to do a lot of tying shoes. I thought about going Velcro, my friend, until I saw Tony Romo on TV slipping into some Skechers slip-ins, and I was hooked.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. Go ahead.
Hey, there's a company called Bomba for the socks that you can get, and they're really cool looking compression socks.
Bomba.
Aren't they the ones that donate like a pair of socks every pair you buy?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were on Shark Tank. Damon John.
Yeah, look at that. Got behind Bomba. See that, Dave? Oh, I just thank you for calling with the compression socks. Always love hearing from you. I hope you have a good day. And by the way, be safe today, because we're about to tell you in the JNN why today is the most dangerous day of the year to drive. Okay, Dave?
Yeah. Hey, also, I signed up for that lunch thing for Advance Auto.
Well, then there you go. You're wearing knee-high socks and you got a 1-2 punch. You texted lunch to 828-240-1059. You can also go to 1059themountain.com. And then we're going to turn it over here to our good friend Jeffy, who is ready to JNN us with all the news and views you need to know around the world, huh?
Wow, what a setup.
Thank you very much. Yeah. All right, time for the JNN, everybody. Brought to you by our good friends at Train Heating and Cooling Systems, where they are tested, retested, engineered, and re-engineered to keep up with you because we run together. Visit traininfo.com. That's traininfo.com to find your local independent train dealer because it's hard to stop a train.
Time for the world famous, never imitated, never duplicated, and barely making it. The JNN Jeff News Network is on 105.9 The Mountain now.
So, according to a new analysis by Nextbase, and I guess they deal with, dash cams and, and data from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, August 7th is the single deadliest day of the year to drive on American roads. And there's not a lot of reasoning behind it. Not a lot of, findings other than the fact that it seems that the most accidents seem to happen on August 7th for some bizarre reason. It's just today is just the day. Isn't that the weirdest thing?
There's it's not like,
reason.
Right, it's not a holiday, it's not anything like that, it's just more, they have no reason, it's just today, if you're going to die, today's going to be the day.
Right, they didn't explain why Random Wednesday, or whatever it is, in August, so dangerous, and they just found that this was the day when they crunched all the dash cam, accidents and things that happened and did all of their data, put it all together. Today was the day of the year, August 7th, the most dangerous day to be driving. So if you're out there and somebody's got road rage or whatever it may be, or you're rushing, slow down.
Slow down.
Simmer down,
Take
folks.
it easy.
It's August 7th. It's not a big deal.
Don't die on 8-7, okay?
Yeah. All right.
The most trusted source for useless information.
Who is your source? I need to know your source.
The JNN Jeff News Network is on 105.9 The Mountain now.
All right, so Journey has canceled their fall 2024 UK tour amid legal woes that have been going on. I think this has been since 2022, whatever it may be, between John and Neil of the group. Okay. So it's I guess another fight that relates to a banned credit card. Okay. That John says that Neil maxed out an American Express account with $1 million limit on it. And he was saying that Neil was going around spending up to $10,000 a night. So I guess everybody in the band of Journey had the credit card. But it was him. It was Neil that was just running around like a party boy. And I guess the legal woes have just created so much tension that they've just decided that they can't continue on with tour at this time out there. So
because he's out there spending all the fozzles for the band Journey.
I know that's a lot to run up. $1 million and
that is a lot.
Yeah,
well, you know what? Be like Dave. Get some compression socks
and calm down.
Calm down.
Come on, it's just August 7th.
It's just August 7th.
Right.
That's it. All right.
It's time for the. Wait, no, it's not really. I mean, who would?
Can you put the news back on?
The JNN.
This is the news.
The Jeff News Network. A wealth of useful and mostly useless information.
We do weird stories all the time, but this is the first of one of these. I mean, how wide does your gullet have to be for this to happen, okay? So there was a mother of two, 38 years old. Her name is Amber. And she was with her husband and their two children, and they were visiting her in-laws when a scary incident happened.
Okay.
Amber was getting ready for bed. She began brushing her teeth, and as she was brushing, just the roof of the mouth, and you're getting in there doing the whole deal, the toothbrush slipped out of her fingers and down her throat.
I'm sorry?
You heard that correctly. The toothbrush slipped out of her hand and then down her throat and was stuck. Yeah.
Okay, so she throated the entire TB?
She throated the entire thing. They had an ultrasound on her stomach. They didn't believe she had a toothbrush in her stomach. At first she went home, came back the next day, and they performed an upper endoscopy to get the toothbrush out. So it was about a 45-minute procedure to have it removed. I guess they put a string around a camera, inserted it down her throat, and used it to get a hold of the toothbrush and pulled it out of her throat.
Well, that's good. So, toothbrush in the goal.
How on earth? If you could lose a toothbrush down there, do not go eating chicken wings, okay? Or anything like that.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe you should just stick to, what do they got, those Gerbers? Just stick to a Gerber.
Yeah.
You know, you should be a Gerber
Yeah,
girl.
if you look on the menu and it says T-bone, avoid it, okay?
Right, Gerber girl.
All right.
Sorry, there.
From the best classic rock songs of all time to the best radio show of all time. We're sure that show is somewhere. We just can't tell you where. So here's more of the Rizzo and Jeff Show on 105.9 The Mountain.
Is 105.9 The Mountain, Nashville's classic rock, the Rizzo and Jeff Show. Jeff, I got a quick question for you. Do you trust me?
Those days. I tell you, there are some days, my friend.
Well, Jeff, apparently, if you have a beard, specifically a beautifully manicured goatee, you are considered less trustworthy than the average man.
I can see it. You're a bit of a sneaky Pete.
I don't know.
I'm just telling
you think I'm a sneaky Pete?
Listen.
You think I'm a sneak Pete?
I got to watch my change purse around you, okay? So I'm just saying. All right?
Beards make men seem less trustworthy. At least that's what a study says. I disagree. I think if you're beautifully coiffed, I think it shows a little bit of care. As a matter of fact, we talked earlier today, if you're listening now, you probably weren't in the car then, about how someone stole my package, my 10 skin, and how I like to be a...
Your Amazon package.
My Amazon package, and how I like to be a fluorescent, beautiful, bulbous, bald man, and I can't do that. I can't glisten without my 10 skin. And, I think the 10 skin in the beard is my look, and it makes me look trustworthy and studious.
Well, I don't overthink the beard. I grow it because I think my head looks fat. So I think that maybe it disguises some of that once in a while. But, then it starts to go gray, and then you say, all right, so now that it's going gray, so now do I really want to have it gray? And then sometimes when I just ferment my hair, I'll do the beard a little bit, and I'll have that going for a few weeks. And then I'll go back to the gray. It all depends on me. Whatever the mood is,
Well,
you can trust me, I think.
Well, I agree, but you're the one who said that you can't trust your 50-cent piece near me. You said I'm a sneaky Pete.
A slippery Pete.
A slippery Pete. Sorry, you said I'm a slippery Pete.
Right, they're sneaky and slippery, two different things.
Okay, well, you said I was a slippery Pete. Now,
Right.
I don't believe so. They say there's a correlation between facial hair and quote-unquote aggression, I guess, with testosterone levels.
Okay, I see that.
There's a correlation. Women find men with beards less attractive, okay? And they say that the implications of having a beard say that you try to dominate and be an alpha male, and you're more likely to be a criminal. I don't like this study. I think it's wrong. I don't think I'm a slippery Pete. I think I'm a very, what's the opposite? I think I'm a very sturdy Sam. I think my beard says power. I think my beard says harumph.
Yeah.
I think my beard says, what was it? Mufasa.
Yeah.
James Earl Jones.
I got it. All right. Well, you can feel all those things as long as you get the crumbs out of it from the biscuit you were eating this morning. You'll be good.
Crumbs?
A few crumbs in there.
Look, we know you. We know that you look at that bank account and don't know where half of those charges come from. So we decided to help here at 105.9 The Mountain. We want to remind you that we are always on, always free. And we're even discussing paying you to take the Rizzo and Jeff Show home. For now, enjoy all the music, laughter, podcasts, and social media for more Rizzo and Jeff on 105.9 The Mountain. Next.
It is 105.9 The Mountain, Nashville's classic rock. That was Queen. We have, speaking of Queen, a Queen standing inside Bojangles. Our Queen Grandma Emma, you're in Bojangles. What are you doing in Bo's?
Well, I have to get my biscuit every morning. That keeps me going.
Listen, Grandma Emma, 2 for 5. Right? You get that 2 for 5 special deal that we're telling you about, Grandma Emma?
I always get a butter biscuit with strawberry preserves. That's my thing.
Oh,
right.
that
Hey,
sounds
to each
good.
their
That
own.
sounds
To each
good.
their own.
So tell us.
Yeah, I was listening to the beard thing, and I beg to differ with whatever poll that was.
Okay.
Because if I pick a poll from every woman I know, and that includes my daughters, my granddaughters, and everybody, every woman on earth loves facial hair.
They do, don't they? They think it's manly.
Yeah.
They think it's sexy, right?
Absolutely. It's just, especially when you start getting the gray in it. My son has got some gray in his beard, and he looks amazing.
You know what,
So-
Grandmama? I drive baby hands wild. I've always driven the ladies wild, and I think it has a lot to do with the beard. Now, I don't know if you were listening earlier. Someone stole my my glimmering lotion. Well, it's not lotion, but it's glimmering Ten Skin for my bald head, and now I'm not shiny.
Oh, poor baby. You can always get some more.
Well,
So-
it's $79.99 for a 24-ounce bottle of Ten Skin. It's not
Oh, my
cheap.
gosh.
It's
Somebody out there needs to send you some.
That's what I
You
said.
did an amazing job. I'm gonna do one of those things where you raise money to buy your glimmering lotion. Okay?
Oh, wow! You're going to do a GoFundMe. Well, that's great. So you're eating you're eating your biscuit. Where you been? We've missed you. You know, it doesn't feel the same.
Well, I retired, so I'm not on the go so early now. So finally I re-retired actually,
Okay.
and it feels pretty good. But I miss you guys. I'm gonna have to make an effort to pull you up on my phone.
Well, you know what? We have a podcast. You could go to 1059themountain.com or search us anywhere podcasts are found. We put up this show every day at like 10:10 in its entirety.
And you can download the 1059 The Mountain app. We have an app you can put right there on your phone, all right?
Yeah, that's what I'll do is the app. The school's starting soon, so me and my grandsons will be listening to you guys on the way to school.
Well, that's great. Well, enjoy your buttered or jammed out biscuit. And
Strawberry preserves.
Strawberry preserves.
Yes.
Thanks for going to Bojangles, and thanks for checking in, Grandma Emma. I appreciate it.
All right, honey. You guys have a good day.
You too. Take it easy, Grandma Emma. Listen, Jeff, I told you she thought I was top of the pops. It's just kind of the way the ladies think. They go, Riz, top of the pops.
Yeah, is that what they think? That's what's going through their head today.
You know, actually, what's going through their head is what did not make the show? What didn't make it? What didn't Rizzo and Jeff talk about? That's what's going through their heads, Jeff.
Yeah, that too. Okay.
Okay. I'm
sure their minds are really filled up with a lot of me and you. Okay, we'll take care of that, what we didn't get to, coming up next. All right?
Yeah. 1059 The Mountain, Nashville's classic rock, the Rizzo and Jeff Show.
Rizzo and Jeff tried to do their work today, but just couldn't quite get it done. So here's where they try to cram it all in at the end. It's What Didn't Make the Show on 1059 The Mountain.
So, what didn't make the show today was a rare chicken. It was hatched. It had 4 legs at the Mississippi Valley State Fair. Really wanted to get into chicken chat today, but we didn't have the time.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Really bummed out about that.
Yep, sorry we couldn't hit that deep dive.
Yeah, well, we could have deep dived, but you didn't want to deep dive, and that's okay. Sometimes we just have to, just got to kind of follow the leader here, and you didn't want a chicken chat today.
Yeah, well, neither did anybody else. So that's why we didn't get to it, okay? All right. It's called it Change the Channel.
Rizzo and Jeff tried to do their work today, but just couldn't quite get it done. So here's where they try to cram it all in at the end. It's What Didn't Make the Show on 1059 The Mountain.
Well, if you've been looking for Babies R Us and saying, where the heck is my Babies R Us, I got good news for you. They're going to reopen in 200 Kohl's locations all around, including right here.
Well,
in the Carolinas, Babies R Us is back, baby.
Yeah, Babies R Us was always decently priced. What was it? The Bye Bye Baby got expensive a little bit. You'd go into anything.
And what was that other baby store? They had Gap Kids, but there was another one. It was Bye Bye Baby and something else.
Yeah, anything for babies. They really got the market cornered,
and they grow all the time like weeds.
Yeah, and they get you good. Everything's expensive when you go into those things. So the Kohl's, they have the Sephora's. They got that. You can return your Amazon packages. Kohl's is where it's at, pal. You got your Kohl's cash?
Of course.
I'm hooked.
I got Cole. My Gam got me on Kohl's Cash,
Yep.
and every time I go in, I get 20%.
Look
So,
at you.
and then I roll in my Kohl's Bucks.
Uh-huh.
I bought a pair of Cole Haan shoes. Now I got 12. I think it actually expires this weekend, so
Guess
got to
what?
get some back-to-school
All
supplies.
right. Well, Bleachery, here he comes.
Rizzo and Jeff tried to do their work today, but just couldn't quite get it done. So here's where they try to cram it all in at the end. It's What Didn't Make the Show on 105.9 The Mountain.
Jeff, are you familiar with Ollie Van Duverport?
Nope.
Okay.
One bit.
Ollie Van Duverport is a dummy, literally a ventriloquist dummy, who was seen and has been seen in local movie theaters around the Carolinas eating popcorn.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know what's going on with Ollie Duvenport, but we need to eat, breathe, drink water to survive. People think it's creepy. They think it's like Chuck, your puppet master. But again, it's just innocent little Ollie Duvenport.
Yeah.
And he's got freckles on his face, a smile, a beautiful head, red hair, tuxedo, red tie. He's just top of the pops.
Yeah, never been a fan of the ventriloquist.
You don't like puppets?
No,
What's your puppet issue?
It was Uncle Joey and Mr. Woodchuck. Kind of did it for me on Full House, and then
You don't like Mr. Woodchuck?
after that I was done. I
What
just
did he
couldn't take
do
it.
to you?
I don't know. Some creepy uncle living in your house in a room with a woodchuck thing. Never had
Sounds
a real
like my
career.
kind of house.
And he did the stupid kids show. Remember that, Uncle Joey?
Yeah, he
with
was
the woodchuck?
famous.
And then he bombed at it. And he was
didn't
writing,
bomb.
then
No,
he was
it's-
writing TV commercials
Listen,
in the basement with Uncle Jesse.
Listen, he was misunderstood for the
Was he?
time. The Woodchuck Show would be a number one hit today.
It would be a knockout.
It'd be a knockout.
Okay. Give me Fred Rogers any day, all right?
When you think of Asheville, you think of great food, amazing breweries, great nightlife, something to do for everyone, and Rizzo and Jeff. What? Too far? Yeah, kind of forced that one, didn't we? Oh, well, we tried. More Rizzo and Jeff Show coming up on 105.9 The Mountain.